Hi there. In this video, we are going to be talking about how to get started with your balsa house project. So for the tiny house project, there's a lot of different components that go into this. So we're probably going to do a couple of different videos. This would be step one or video number one to help get you guys started. So when you start deciding or when you are starting this project, you need to decide on a set of house plans that you want. I have 3 different house plans that you can choose from, and we'll go over those here in just a second. They are going to be located in the gold bin up there on my desk, and they say house plans 1, house plans 2, and house plans 3. You're going to have to keep track of these house plans. You're going to be building off of them for every single step of your project. So make sure you hang on to them. They need to go in your box to be stored at the end of each day. All right, I'm going to switch to the desktop camera, my document camera thing, so that I can show you guys what I'm talking about as we work through it. Okay, give me just a second, and we're going to switch cameras here. Want to get to the document camera. I'll turn it on. All right, there we go. So with your guys' house plans, house plan 1, if we look at that one, it is just a square house, and it says house plans 1 down here at the bottom. And then you guys have the layout of what the house looks like. And this is a second layout for you to be able to put your layers on or build your house. That way we're not losing the cover page. And then you have your wall sections in there as well. If you notice on this one, the side says wall number 1, and that's it. So we just need to build one of those walls. Down here for wall number 7, it says times 2. That means we have to build 2 of those walls for this house. Same thing down here with wall 2. We have to build 2 of them to be able to complete this house. Okay, so that's house number 1. And that's going to be the one that we're working on today. House plan 2, it's a rectangular house, and it has the same exact components, a second layout of the house, and your wall sections. Up here says wall number 1, you have to have 2 of them. 7 and 6, and your presses, which would be the components. That would be house number 2. And then house number 3 has a garage built onto it. So we would have a different opening that you guys would be building on this house. It's pretty much the same size as the other houses, just has that garage added on there. And again, your wall framing layouts. And here's your garage wall. And then the trusses should be on the very back. Okay, so those are the 3 different houses that you can choose to build. We are working off of house number 1 today, so that is the house plan that I have right here. And to get started, we are going to start off with our layers. So a layer is a different component of a set of house plans that shows things inside the house. There are many, many different layers that would go into building a house. Some of them include your furniture layer, your electrical layer, your plumbing, HVAC, almost every component in your house has a different layer or a different schedule. So some of those that I printed out, here is one for your electrical. You guys have the ability to look online for these. That way you're not having to search around in this video for them every time. You can look it up online. When we look at a 3-way switch, it is an S3, so it's a switch 3. And that would be where we can turn a switch on at one end of the room and then turn it off on the other end of the room. Our plugins are like a duplex receptacle. So a plug-in in the wall, you would draw this symbol to show that that's where it's at. A GFCI duplex receptacle is going to be the plugins in a bathroom or in a kitchen. And you can go through this list to see the different electrical components. When you put those together into an electrical plan or an electrical layer, it would look something like this. So we have our lights in the middle of a room, and then the wire connects it over here to the switch. You have your plugins on the walls. Over here, we have another light in the middle of the room. It might be the bathroom, and it goes back out to the outside of the bedroom, or outside of the bathroom in the bedroom. You have your outlets. Over here, we have the same thing. You have two switches right there by the door. One is for the lights above the vanity, and then the other one looks like probably a fan and a light above the toilet. This is a pretty simple electrical layer, and you guys are going to be creating the same thing in your houses. All right, another layer that you're going to be looking at is a furniture layer. So you guys get to choose all of the different pieces of furniture, fixtures, countertops, rugs, plants that you want to go into your house. Here are some simple furniture symbols. So we have a bed, a double bed, and then a single bed, different couch designs. You have like your L-shaped couch designs, kitchen tables, your sinks. This would be a double kitchen sink. This is a kitchen sink, and then it has like a dish strainer on the other side. Here's what a bathtub and a toilet would look like. Lots of different symbols. And again, this is just one printed out copy. You guys can look at many different symbols online to be able to choose what you want to put into your house. When you put that onto a layer, it would look something like this. So we have our couches in our living room. Here's our TV. These symbols right here are stairs. We don't have stairs in our houses, but that's what it would look like. We have our table and then our kitchen as it wraps around. These symbols would be chairs underneath of a bar. Then you get into the bedrooms and the bathroom. We have the tub. Looks like maybe a stand-up shower or a soaker tub. Probably a stand-up shower though. And then your toilet and your sinks, double bed, dresser, and then these half pie shaped symbols. Those are your doorways. So in our plans, we also have doorways that I've already included for you. You guys are going to be adding the electrical layer and the furniture layer. So how we are going to do that for your layers is you have your set of plans, and then you're going to grab one of these sheets of tracing paper. They are in another file folder on my desk in that gold bin that says tracing paper. From there, you are just going to overlay it on top of one of your floor plans and start deciding what rooms are what. So if I come over here to this room, I'm going to label that as a bedroom. So I'm going to label that bedroom number 1 and start adding in my symbols. So I think that this is going to be a bedroom and it has a double bed on it. So I'm going to have 2 pillows in there. Maybe I'm going to have a dresser over here in the corner of the wall. And then I have 2 handles on it for the handles of the dresser. Come back over here on this side of the house. This symbol right here is a door. So that would be kind of like a utility closet, I'm guessing. And the door goes into maybe a separate closet, or maybe this is a laundry room. You can make it into whatever you want it to be. So maybe I'm going to add in a tub right here, and then maybe the drain is on this side. So there's the tub, and then I would have the toilet and maybe a sink right here. So there would be my bathroom, and maybe this is just going to be like a linen closet for towels and stuff. For your kitchen area, I decided that this is going to be my kitchen area. Your countertops come out about 2 feet in every house in real life. So I'm symbolizing that this is going to be where my countertops are at. And I'm going to have a sink right below my window. That's where I want the sink in my house to be, is right below the window. So that would be there. And then maybe the dishwasher goes underneath the cabinet right here. So I would label that as dishwasher. And then over here on the side, separate, is going to be the fridge. And then maybe on this section, I have my stove. And then the oven is in that as well. And then the rest of these are going to be cabinets. If I do a line up above or in the middle, that's going to be upper cabinets. So you guys can see how this kitchen starts to come together. You're going to fill up your house with your furniture plans. Once you're done with that, you're going to move to your electrical layer. So you grab another sheet of tracing paper, and now I'm going to start adding in the electricity on this house. We already decided that this was a bedroom. Most of the time in bedrooms, we are plugging in phones, maybe TVs, alarm clocks, computers. So I'm going to put at least one outlet on every single wall. There are code requirements for how many outlets go on a wall, how high above the floor they have to be, but we're not going to worry about code right now. So I just start adding in my electrical, and then I want a ceiling fan in here. So the symbol that I printed off before was CF, and then it has lights on it. So I have a switch over here, and my ceiling fan is going to come over here to this switch, right? I also want a switch right inside my door to go to a hall light right here. So that's going to be another outlet or another switch and light in my house. And then in your kitchen, you're going to want probably quite a few outlets just because you're plugging in toasters and microwaves and the refrigerator and dishwashers, and garbage disposal. All of that has to be plugged in. So I'm putting in quite a few outlets over here, and maybe one on this wall. The electrical layer is going to be what you guys want it to be. For how much electricity you think your house is going to need. For the kitchen, I think I'm going to add another switch right here. And that is going to control all of my kitchen lights. So maybe I have a bank of kitchen lights or like 3 of them in a row. So then I would connect each light to itself and then over to the switch also. But I want this to be a 3-way switch. So I want it to come over here so I can turn on my switch or my kitchen lights on this side of the house also. So instead of it just being an S, it is going to be an S3. And then the 2 switches also have to be connected. So that would be what your 3-way switch would look like if that's what you choose to do. Essentially, that's what your electrical layer is going to be. It's going to have things in every single room for what you guys want in your house. Okay, so that takes care of your electrical layers, and where we're going to stop on this first video. That would be the first step of your guys' house in planning for the layers. Next, we would move on to building the house. We'll do that in a different video.